Hey guys, I'm back. All right, so thanks to a commenter, J Daniels 1313. I appreciate the comment. That actually motivated me to make a video on cockroaches. Since I haven't had any cockroach issues, infestations, I just basically I just made videos as I went on, and if I felt like I needed to share my journey of eradicating pests, you know. So my goal is not to disrupt the health, I guess the good pests, but even the bad or whatever, like what you would call a bad pest has their own benefits, but in this case you can't have an infestation of cockroaches in your kitchen. So first of all, I just wanted to go over a couple of things about storing these guys. These, after a while, they okay. First of all, this area gets clogged, so you would have to eyeball it, because if you're not using these often enough, they'll dry up. And then all you need is some distilled water, or I use filtered water. That's as good, and it lasts forever. This thing is liquid, so Tekko Pro is. But then Diatomaceous does Diatomaceous does the same thing as the Tekko Pro. But again, like I've mentioned in the previous videos, the Diatomaceous is a little more expensive than the Tekko Pro. But then they do the same thing. Whatever your budget is, go for whatever that works for you. And Diatomaceous, you need less. Tekko Pro, I guess you need more, but then it comes in a larger. This product comes in a larger pack. But anyway, so going back to the comment here, so. The sprayer that J Daniels 1313 purchased, Vivo's Sun, as good as other sprays, so good stuff there. And so for infestation on cockroach infestations, especially the German ones versus the American ones, because I guess the German ones are more resistant to pest control, is something I've learned. But then the comprehensive, if you have an infestation, you need a comprehensive approach to the cockroaches, and I've found that gel baits are the main products that you have to go for. So we've got gel baits. And like he mentioned, yes, the Bifenthrin would not. So I wouldn't suggest using Bifenthrin from the get-go. So, but the Tekko Pro, yes, Diatomaceous, Tekko Pro, same thing. IGRs, growth inhibitors. So yeah, that of course we would want to use that, and then. So that like becomes a superpower here, a really good approach of gels, combination of gels and growth inhibitors are your best bet. So I'll also talk about diatomaceous earth here at the end, but so the strategy basically is to go with Advion, Eucalyptus, products, Syngenta, right, and Maxforce, and then Tekko Pro is your. So any of those with Tekko Pro, I would suggest rotating them. If the situation is really bad and out of control, I would really highly suggest rotating them. For example, in this case, I know Syngenta and Advion was used in this application, Great, no problem. You know, for your initial attack, you could do that, and then coupled with the growth inhibitors, you know, you can guarantee yourself, you know, to be cockroach free within the next few months. And then the results, for what I've read and looked up and kind of put together, will be there for a good 6 months. Now, you know, I then after applying, going for these methods, I would suggest following up, you know, after they're eradicated, basically the cockroaches are. I would suggest then using Bifenthrin to repel them. Now, I've used Bifenthrin with success, and cockroaches did get eliminated, but it's like it almost feels like I put the spray down, the Bifenthrin, right, and then they were trying to run away, and then basically it got them. The Bifenthrin did. And then, so I would see cockroaches outside of the perimeter that I had applied. So basically, yes, it does repel them. But if they happen to walk through the path that I had sprayed, basically, it's a guaranteed knockout, and that just takes them out cold, you know. Anyway, going back to, so you kill them. Gel products, amazing stuff. And you know, I looked this up. It has not upwards of 90% of success rate there. Advion, same thing again. It's 90%. That's a promising, you know, promising number. And then Advion is you could see effects in a week when using Advion. And then the awesome part is that when you're using Advion, right? Let's say if a cockroach is affected, they'll then go in the nest and affect other cockroaches, which is fantastic, you know. And then we've got Syngentas, right? Again, Syngenta's from Maxforce, same company, but I think it's different. The ingredient is different, the compound. But yeah, fipronil or clethianidin varies by product, it says. All right, so anyway, comparable to Advion when rotated properly. Yeah, well, I guess, you know, first time around you can go with both of them, put both of them down, and then after that rotate them. And then we've got the, well, so yes, Alpine WS is as effective as Advion and Syngenta, so highly recommend that. So if any of these are not used, I would just hold back, because you've already you're on a good track right here. You know, the eradication plan is in. Fantastic. And then after that, you can toss in, you rotate them after that, and repel them, right, effectively. So let's see, right, because, and then Diatomaceous Earth, it's non-toxic and no resistance will be built with Diatomaceous Earth. So I guess you could sprinkle those in, like where the pipes meet the wall, you know, behind your cabinets, where warmer places in the house, and in cracks and crevices, or if, you know, you are, you know, behind furniture in the cabinets, you know, and behind doors. And I have applied Diatomaceous Earth at the end of the cabinet, at the bottom, like corners, and under the bed, just just, you know, you leave it there, especially if it's in the house, diatomaceous earth, it's not going to get wet. So that's good stuff, right? And it basically, it's a slow acting, you know, product. And, you know, it has to stay dry. And then too much of it actually can repel cockroaches. So we'll go easy with diatomaceous earth. And then there are these pump applicators for diatomaceous earth. I have those. So you just put some of the powder in the pump style. The nozzle comes out of the pump, you know, applicator. So you just pump it, push the thing, and then, you know, it creates this nice, you know, it powders, sprinkles it for you. Make sure to wear some sort of a respirator when using diatomaceous earth, because it goes in the lungs, and then it takes longer than other, you know, stuff to get out. You know, it can actually damage the lungs if it's inhaled for, you know, a prolonged time. But yeah, again, light dust of it behind baseboards and stuff. You know, can't go wrong with diatomaceous earth. Good stuff. I have used diatomaceous earth so I've used it, you know, on a, you know, I'll get a little plate, and I'll just scoop some of the diatomaceous earth, and then I point it to crawl space of the house, and then I'll just use a leaf blower to blow the whole dust under the crawl space, so everywhere is covered. That takes care of everything, anything, you know, cockroaches, crickets, ants, and other little critters. Unfortunately, it takes care of spiders too, but again, I guess that's a personal preference, because spiders, you know, can take care of other little bugs. But you know, some people, my wife doesn't hate spiders, so then yeah. Anyway, I digress here again, but anyway, so bottom line, we're on the right path here, using gel baits as the best approach for cockroach eradication, and right now avoiding any repellents such as Bifenthrin for cockroaches, specifically infestation we're talking here, right? And we also touched on rotating Advion, Syngenta, Maxforce, Ukilum products, as well as Alpine WSG. So, you know, either now or then later, and in like 6 months or so, could be used. Could be rotated, you know, and yeah, and these are all supported by IGRs. Of course, that's a must. And then yes, the same commenter mentioned that the reason to use IGR here, the benefit of it is that it will stop the cycle, right? So therefore, who's gonna build resistance? So then your products stay effective, and then you might even see no cockroach activities after after this approach for a long time, you know. And I think that's the best approach here. And then what else? Yep, rotating and. Yeah, so then the life cycle of the German cockroaches correlates with this plan of ours, you know, that we're talking, the kind of the comprehensive approach to this is because, so from eggs to nymph to adult, we're talking 2 to 6 months total activities, right? And then the females carry, up to 40 eggs each, right? So one female carries 40 eggs. And then, so if they populate, and we're talking generations upon generations of infestation here. So that's why all of a sudden we have like a boom of a cockroach population increase where we don't want them, right? So then we want to eradicate so by eradicating your first generation, you've already taken care of multiple generations that will have been the result of not eradicating them, basically. I think that's it. I think that's a really good approach here. We're talking total eradication of these cockroaches. But yeah, like I mentioned, German cockroaches are they're strong, they develop resistance faster than American cockroaches. So a foolproof approach is definitely needed here. But again, thank you so much for bringing this up. If anything, I come across anything else, I'll make more videos and then go from there. But for now, good luck, and let's see how it goes. Let me know. Keep post me some comments down there, and yeah, all right. Well, talk to you guys later.